Gurugram is one of the most sought after market for luxury real estate, attracting both investors and buyers. As the city continues to grow, luxury projects here are setting new trends in terms of design, technology, and lifestyle. What are the factors driving the luxury real estate boom in Gurugram? The emerging trends in this market and the future of high-end developments in this rapidly evolving city. Hello and welcome to MBTV Leadership Dialogue. I'm your host, Reena Gaurav. To get an in-depth view of the luxury real estate market in Delhi NCR, we have with us Mr. Vineet Nanda, Director of Sales and Marketing at Krisumi Corporation. A very warm welcome, Mr. Vineet Nanda.
Thank you, Ms. Tandon. Thank you.
So, Mr. Vineet Nanda, my first question to you is about the luxury real estate segment in Gurugram. If we see past few years, the real estate market in Gurugram has evolved significantly. How do you define luxury in real estate?
So what has happened actually, see, Delhi was the main market at one time. If you see the past, the real estate industry, the history of it.
Yes.
So DLF brought this whole Gurugram concept, right? Previously known as Gurugram.
Yeah.
So this all development is of last 2 decades, last 20 years.
Yes.
So people have been shifting from Delhi to Gurugram. The reason has been only because of the luxury houses available in Gurugram and the modern concepts, which companies like DLF had introduced at that point of time. Of course, they are the pioneers,
Right.
and they are the biggest
Right.
in luxury market. So what have they done? If we understand the real estate luxury market, what have they done? Which is so different from Delhi. Now, they had built up these group housing condominiums. Now, they have put those condominiums full of amenities. Once you walk into a home,
Yeah.
what is a luxury buyer?
Right.
What does he need? He wants that once he is inside the home, he has not to look outside.
Right.
So, luxury is defined in these 2 lines, right? Once we are inside the home, we don't want to look outside. That's the definition of luxury. Now, what is that? It should be full of amenities, heated swimming pools, private elevators, restaurants, multi-cuisine restaurants, futsal courts, cricket stadium, cricket courts within the complex, right? You name the facility, walking paths, parks, and birds all over. This is what people want.
Right.
They don't want to go out of their house once they're inside the house. So actually, if you ask me, that is the real definition of luxury, or ultra luxury.
Mr. Nanda, I would like to understand from you what is driving this market in Gurugram.
So the major reason I feel is that Delhi,
Okay.
last 10 years, last 15 years, there has been no developments. So Delhi being not getting developed, and Gurugram developed by DLF, a private player, and adding these amenities to the lifestyle. People have a lot of disposable income today. The international airport, so-called Delhi International Airport. Actually, it's not Delhi. It's next to Gurugram. You go to any part of the world, you see that all the luxury complexes or the cities which are closer to the airport,
Right. Right.
they become as luxury destinations. Right? For example, let's come to the Jewar Airport,
Right.
which UP government and government of India is building up, a huge airport.
Right.
You see the market right now in Greater Noida. See it in the next 5 years. You will see similar sentiments, which has happened in Gurugram, going the way of Greater Noida, Jewar Airport. So any international buyer or a buyer who is a domestic buyer who has money in his pocket, they want to stay not more than 30 minutes away from the airport.
Airport. True.
So I think airport is a big driving factor. Of course, it also leads to many global companies. More than 500 Fortune 500 companies have come here. See the development of Dwarka Expressway,
Right.
a architectural marvel
Right.
by the Honorable Prime Minister, right? And once you see Dwarka Express, there's no water line logging at all. So these are the things which are driving this market. You sit in Gurugram. How could you imagine one day that you will be in Bombay in 12 hours?
Right.
Right? And they're putting up tunnels to the airport directly from a place like Dwarka Expressway.
Right.
Dwarka Expressway has seen 80% of the luxury launches in last 2 years.
Right.
It has come up so beautifully. The market is picking up.
Right.
So I think it's about two things. Airport, of course, is a big factor. Number two, all multinationals.
Right.
They're moving in, right? All expats are moving in. They see growth in India, right? A growth of 6 to 7% per annum is a great growth.
Right.
Now that's driving MNCs to put in their money here. And they are seeing that they're making good money out of real estate. So luxury is what? It's a lifestyle. It's nothing else. When I go home, I don't want to be bothered about anything.
Right.
If I have to throw a dinner at my house, I don't need to bother. I just need to call the club
Right.
and say that please come and serve dinner for 10 people, 20 people. They come with a
Everything is taken
team.
care of.
They give you a concierge service.
Right.
So that's the name of the game now.
Right.
It's completely changed.
So when you say it's completely changed, so I would also like to understand from you, are you seeing any emerging trends as far as H&I clientele is concerned in real estate market?
So
Luxury, when you talk about
emerging
luxury.
trends are smart homes. People want tech-savvy homes. And the mobile data users in India, the way they are rising, I think the highest in the world today. Right? Everybody wants to go technology way.
Right.
So as this technology is taking over, right? And then golf, particularly golf, if you see the golf, there's been a massive rise in golf players. People want to be with the nature. They want to see landscaping.
Right.
They want to see trees all around. Right? When they walk inside their complex where they live in, they want to see birds chirping in. They want to listen to natural sounds. They want to see flowers all around them. So it's the major change is in the way they live. Right? They want the children to grow up, play cricket inside, have futsal courts, have squash courts, have gymnasium, have spa inside, have saloons inside, theaters inside. There's a major shift.
Right.
People don't want to live any life which is average. Most of us, including you, Mr. Tandon, I'm sure, we all are globetrotters.
Right.
So when we go to countries like Europe, we go to countries like US, I think they must be about nothing less than about 50 years ahead of us.
True.
In developments. Maybe 100 years or 50 years plus. So when you go there, it touches your aspirations.
Right.
See the way the Dubai is developed.
Right.
3 hours flight from here. When you go there, you get a hit. Oh, where I am. Where I am.
True.
This is the lifestyle I want.
When you're speaking about different countries, so now let's talk about Krisumi Corporation, wherein, we can see a nice blend of Japanese architecture and Indian hospitality. So what is Krisumi Corporation bringing into the whole lifestyle experience of people?
So what is Krisumi? I'll explain you. So it's a thought conceived by our chairman, Mr. Ashok Kapoor. Again, a great visionary. He has been a leading auto component manufacturer. And very surprisingly, I'll tell you that he's known as a 50-50 man.
Okay.
Why people call him 50-50? He has 16 joint ventures with Japan.
Okay.
So people say Japan flows into his blood. When he talks Japan. Now what happened is that he had a land parcel of almost this 33 acres. So he wanted somebody from Japan to join hands with Krishna. So Krishna has won Deming Prize. He's one of the largest auto component manufacturers with the Deming Prize.
Okay.
So Deming Prize is something which, one should be proud of. So that is in his blood. So he wanted Sumitomo. Now Sumitomo took about good 3 to 4 years. They did their research in India.
Right.
A lot of big developers went to them that put in your money with us. But then they were not convinced. They were convinced with this great man, Mr. Kapoor, a visionary again, as I told you, to come and have partner with them. This is a partnership of 50-50. So, of course, he wanted this luxury to go to people, right, of that level who was the aspiring class. The coming up CEOs, the coming up professionals, right? And he wanted to give the lifestyle what Camellias has offered to people, or Dahlias, selling at a price of 70,000 rupees a square feet.
Right.
Again, a great feat by DLF. So he wanted to give that lifestyle to people. So this is the only company, I must be proud of saying that for a home worth 2.5 crores, you have to listen to this very carefully. For a home worth 2.5 crores, This is the only company which is giving a club, a cascade club, right? Which is the size of 1,60,000 square feet,
Wow.
with whatever amenities I told you inside the complex.
Right. Okay.
So it's going to be a luxurious lifestyle for a person, right, who cannot afford magnolias, who cannot afford camellias, who cannot afford dahlias. So that's the key. Now he has started selling. We have done wonderful sales this year. I think we are amongst the top 4 brands today of Gurugram. If I go by the number of sales what we have done, we have sold close to 750 units in 1 year.
Great.
So that's a great number.
Right.
So the thought behind this is again that once a man walks in, he should not go out.
True.
We are proposing to tie up with leading medical clinics, leading schools.
Okay.
Everything within 33 acres.
Okay.
So
will it be like a township kind of?
Yeah, it's a city. It's a Krisumi city. We are just offered a position of waterfall residences,
Right.
and I think it should be in an excellent living condition because the fit outs are happening. So fit outs takes normally about 6 months for any complex. It takes about 6 months. So I think we should be perfectly in shape by June, and it will be one of the finest condominiums ever made, and with the architect like Nikinseki, again world number 3. Who has built this Tokyo tree, right? And Sumitomo has, to its credit, almost 300 townships across the globe. So Krisumi City is one of the boutique properties. We don't believe in too many projects. That's the vision of the chairman.
Right.
He says that let's do it small, but let's do the best.
In Magicbricks, we do reports also. We do research reports like prop index, rental index, wherein, there is a thorough research about what demand is there in the market. So if we talk about luxury segment, there is a strong demand for properties which are above 18,000 per square foot, and it caters to approximately 34% of the demand. So how is Krisumi positioning itself for this kind of demand?
So we have a completely ultra luxury property. That's number 1. We have a boutique property. Number 2, we are not into too many projects. We do few, but we do the best, as I told you. We are aiming at a price of nothing less than 30,000 rupees per square feet. Our next launch, which is going to be in August, hopefully, we are going to launch at 30,000 rupees a square feet. So see, you have to understand the land prices. If you see global city today,
right,
and if you see their auction prices, right, the land prices have gone have skyrocketed.
No
So
doubt
let's
about
start the product from a raw material perspective.
Right.
So what is the raw material of a home? It's land.
Right. And
Right. That's one raw material. Second is construction cost.
Right.
Right. Number 3 is labor becoming very expensive.
True.
Why? Because India as a nation, we are growing. We are you see the kind of developments infrastructure has seen in last 10 years.
True.
It's outstandingly great.
Right.
The way infrastructure is moving. So what is happening? The infrastructure is moving up. Of course, if the infrastructure is moving, the demand for labor, the demand for steel, demand for land, everything is going up.
Right. And so are the prices.
And so the prices has to go up. And I have another thing, very interesting, Mr. Tandon, to know about it. When anybody comes to India, they will never compare local prices.
Right.
Even today, if you see it, Gurugram is half the price of Mumbai. Right? Half the price of Mumbai.
Right.
And if you see Mumbai, it's half the price of Dubai.
Right.
If you see Dubai, it's half the price of New York.
Right. Right.
Right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that, see, a nation which is developing, we are still, Gurugram is at the rock bottom of luxury markets. It will be a great real estate market. Another 10 years, there's no looking back. Whether next 20 years, there's no looking back for this country. And Gurugram as a city is going to go up and up and up.
So you have mentioned that in next 5 to 10 years, there will be a boom in real estate sectors, especially luxury. So what advice would you like to give to people who are, foreseeing or want to invest in a luxury real estate market?
So if you frankly ask me, I'll give you a very good example about camellias. People were saying camellias is overpriced, camellia is not selling, right? At one time, of time.
Right.
But what happened? DLF, again, a visionary organization, a visionary company. They put up a club and they spent close to about 400 crore rupees in building a club of 1.5 lakh square feet. What happened? That lifestyle, when people saw, which they could not get even in their farmhouses, people started shifting from farmhouses to camellias. So amenities were driving the lifestyle. So when you ask about Krisumi, that's the aim we are aiming at. That we will also provide the best of amenities inside the complex. And about the luxury investments, as you just said, that you must have heard about dahlias.
Right, we have.
They have done record sales in dahlias. When people were saying the market has stopped, so to be very honest with you, my career in real estate has been 20 years. Somebody asked me a question, a top man from Japan, he was here. I told him that, he asked me, have you ever seen recession in real estate industry? I told him, I'm sorry. In last 20 years, I have not seen recession. He says, what is the reason? I says, because I was always instrumental in making developments which were best in quality, right? Best in providing lifestyles. So my sincere advice to all the people who want to put in their money, put in your money in brands where you have complete conviction. DLF is a leading brand. Another brand which I think I can talk with conviction is Shobha, right? But DLF is, of course, number one, absolute number one. Max is coming up very well, right? A competitor, but a very good competitor. Krisumi is another one. So these companies actually understand the pulse of the customer, So they should never mind spending about 3,000 to 4,000 rupees a square feet extra, or even a 5,000 rupees square feet extra, because what appreciation where they are going to see in the next 20 years will be great. We have existing customer base of 1,800 customers.
Okay.
Everybody is sitting on a profit of more than 5,000 rupees per square feet, with minimum profit of 5,000 rupees per square feet even today.
Nice.
So luxury, we have to understand.
It's there to stay.
It's going here to stay. And one more advice which is very important. When you buy a luxury real estate, never look at a perspective which is less than 10 years. You buy a home, forget it for 10 years. Whenever you have another spare money, again put the money in a luxury project. Again forget it for 10 years. Do it for 30 years.
Okay.
Do it. If you're 30 with Tandon, or any one of your families is 30, right? Do it for 30 years. I challenge, I'm telling you. Once you're 60, like me, you will be sitting on a wealth which will say, what is best advice in my life?
Great.
It's going to go up. India is, again, I told you, is a country which is going the right way now, after such a long time. Real estate, once you buy the best. Don't look at the price. Go for brands who have a track record of providing the best to the customers. Go and buy their DNA. Go for their DNA. And we Indians, we believe in physical visibility.
Right.
We want, if what is real estate? If you want to feel it, you want to see it, you believe in it because it's physically.
Yeah, you can.
You can feel it. That's the way we Indians are. So that's my advice. Go for the best.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Nanda, for such a great advice to people, and I hope everyone becomes millionaire in next 30 years.
Why not?
That's we
Why
can
not?
wish for all our viewers.
Why not?
Thank
Why
you
not?
so much, Mr.
Thank you.
Nanda.
Namaste.
Thank you.